everyone, this is Music Mukbang. My name is Zoe, and today we are here with J.Y.N and his band. So, hello.
Yeah.
And for the people listening, not watching on video, let's go down the line and say your name and what instrument you play.
My name is Omar Shawish. I'm the bass player for J.Y.N.
My name is Jin Lee, and I play guitar and I sing.
My name's Gibson Hetzel, and I also play guitar.
And I'm Jackson Renda, the drummer.
Awesome. So we were talking about this a little bit before, but this is your first performance all together as a band. And when you were making Bittersweet EP, did you have a live band in mind when you were creating the project?
I absolutely did, yeah. And actually, they were one of those tracks, Bittersweet Goodbyes. We were in the studio together, and they helped me come up with the chord. Gibson came up with the chords, and then we all kind of jammed together, and then it became a song. I added my vocals on it. So yeah, it was definitely we did have that in mind of we got to do some shows.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like what I've heard from a lot of different artists that I've spoken to is that being able to play those shows live and see the audience reaction to the different songs, it really kind of changes your perspective when you go back in and you create more music too. Yeah. So I really hope you guys get to experience that as well. How does Bittersweet compare to your first single or early singles that you've done?
Definitely my first singles and my first few projects, my first EP was all done by myself at home, and it was definitely more of just me figuring out what I kind of like and what I don't like.
Yeah.
And I think that over time, I think going to more shows and seeing even I remember going to their shows a lot and seeing them play together, seeing that kind of live and how I incorporate into my own music, it really influenced Bittersweet to be kind of expanding more and working with more people and just taking in different inspirations for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you have a song either just of all time or on this project that you are most proud of?
I would say low-key Hate This Feeling, because I think that was one of the songs where it was I just went with it. It just came naturally, and I'm really proud of how the format and the structure and the arrangement and everything, how it came out to be.
Yeah. What would you say are some of your musical influences?
For Bittersweet, it was definitely Queen of the Stone Age, The Strokes.
Yeah.
Some Amy Winehouse on the vocals.
Okay.
Style-wise.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can try.
We could try.
So, Hard to Love Reflections is, if we're looking at it from a streaming scope, is your most successful song.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I don't know. For the longest time, I was kind of trying to analyze it, being why is it so popular? And I think it definitely has to do with when I first started making music, I did have a couple of videos on TikTok did really well. It was just me playing piano. And just nothing related to my own music at all, but it definitely helped. And I guess a lot of people just added to their playlist and just streamed it over time, and it's become one of my top songs.
Very organic
very organic, yeah.
And did you find that motivated you more to post promotional material on social media, or did it kind of make you a little bit more apprehensive?
It made me afraid of anything, and I'm still figuring out a way to use TikTok to promote my music without me kind of compromising my values of how I want to approach it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you mentioned earlier that you studied at Columbia, or you currently study?
No, they study at Columbia. I dropped out 6 months into it.
Okay. And what was the kind of turning point for you, or something that contributed to that decision of okay, I want to pursue music, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, they're actually here tonight, but Classick Studios. I interned there, and I think doing the internship it was going in an audio engineering route, but once I started doing Classick Studios and just being an intern there, I was I'm learning a lot here for free, so I was it made it pretty easy. I was I don't want to pay, I don't want to be in debt, so yeah.
Absolutely. And what would you say has been the coolest thing that you've learned, either just from a skills standpoint or from a marketing standpoint working there?
I would say there's a lot of cool things that happen. I would say I guess understanding how to move within an industry of just meeting people and kind of how you can kind of like work in a relationship with different types of people that you normally wouldn't expect to like kind of come together with,
Right.
and then make that kind of like relationship very productive and stuff.
Yeah,
So I think
absolutely.
that's definitely a good skill.
Well, and it's very cool that, like, especially in the music industry and especially in the local scene, you are, you know, for better or for worse, going to be connected to these people to some extent, especially locally. So it's nice to always have those connections with people, because I feel like you can really help to foster a community in that sense. So you guys all study at Columbia. What do you study?
I study music technology.
Okay, how about you?
I study music with a guitar focus.
Nice.
And likewise, but with a drum focus.
Okay, cool. So kind of all going along with the instruments that you play. What do you like about studying with a music focus?
I mean, I feel like Columbia, I wouldn't say is known for its music program.
Right.
But I think that has some positives because there's some amazing musicians who come there who
Yeah.
can't afford like other like conservatories.
Sure.
And so they come in and being surrounded in that type of diversity versus like going to like a jazz school that's just like a bunch of rich kids going there to
Right.
elevate their musicality. I think it's way more significant.
Would you say it's a little bit more authentic in a sense than, like, the connections aren't like as much like nepotism baby kind of vibes? It's more like organically coming together.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Cool. And what would you say is your favorite part about the Chicago music scene? I know we touched on this a little bit earlier, but
I kind of was talking about it earlier, and Jin kind of alluded to it
Yeah.
in a little previously. There's just a lot of different pockets, a lot of different styles.
Yeah.
It's all very fluid. People go support each other and, you know, play in each other's bands and all work together no matter like the genre or what's being done musically. It's just, we just are big music fans there and we all get along pretty well.
yeah, absolutely. Do you have any favorite local Chicago bands that you want to shout out?
I was just actually talking about with them. I love Frico.
Oh,
Frico's
yes,
great.
yes.
Frico's great.
He plays in Champaign pretty regularly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How about you guys?
Yeah, what do you guys?
Shout out Yo-Yo.
Okay.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
Harvey Waters is pretty
Harvey
fire
Waters.
too.
Shout out Throw.
Throw.
Shout out
Throw.
Throw. Great.
Yeah.
Got to shout
Dondry.
out my own band.
Dondry's pretty good.
Dondry's
Love those
great.
guys,
Yeah.
Awesome. So in your music, you do kind of incorporate Korean lyrics and the Korean language in your music. Is there anything that is difficult about having that blend of English and Korean in a song?
Yeah, actually, like that song that you're talking about was a cover that
Okay.
I remember watching a movie and like it played in a soundtrack and I was like, I really like this. I just want to cover it for fun and like kind of just because I can speak Korean. I was born Korean, like in a Korean speaking household, so
Yeah.
definitely like trying to just push myself and trying to like experiment that route.
Yeah.
I might get back in it again. I don't know. It's definitely like a challenge to like write in a different language for sure. But,
Yeah.
just trying to. I guess it's like a way for me to just get in touch with my roots. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that a goal that you would have to
Yeah.
make a project in Korean? Yeah.
I mean, maybe not a full project, but definitely like
A song.
a song or two.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Cool, that's awesome. And I think it's really important too for your listeners. Obviously, you know, you may have some fans that are of Korean descent or, you know, some people that aren't super familiar with it. So it's cool that they're learning about the culture
Mhm.
through the music that you're putting out there, the covers that you're doing. So awesome. What would you say are some goals that you have for J.Y.N as a band
Yeah.
or as your own projects in 2024?
2024, definitely want to keep playing shows with these guys.
Yeah.
Play a lot more shows and kind of just keep promoting Bittersweet. Because it's just like, I think we all believe in the project and everyone around us believes in it. So we just want to keep pushing it out there and doing the due diligence with like the marketing and doing the shows and yeah, just making great music, having fun with it. Fulfillment's always what we go for. So
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like that's so important because if you're doing it for anything else, right, it gets kind of difficult and you're like, gosh, I have to post this TikTok or whatever. It
Yeah.
adds a lot of pressure.
Mhm.
How about you guys? Do you have any goals either personally or with the band for 2024?
I would definitely keep playing more shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be a dream venue for you guys to play?
I mean, I feel like we all have different ones in mind.
Yeah, go ahead. You can go
I
down
mean,
the
like shit, United Center or something. Would be
United
Yeah.
crazy.
Hell yeah.
That's like pretty big
United
dream.
Central
Yes.
Jazz.
Hey.
Mine's probably like Salt Shed or
Salt Shed would be
Yes,
Salt Shed
Salt
or
Shed is
House
good.
of Blues.
Okay,
House of Blues.
okay.
Those are great. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I mean, Yankee Bottle pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Something
House of
realistic.
Blues would be sweet.
Yeah, right, right.
It's like the
Any of them.
Argonne Theater.
Oh yeah, Lincoln Hall would be
That would be
crazy.
sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have some friends, Kangaroo Court, that they've played there before. They play shoebiz pretty regularly too,
yeah.
so it's a very cool space. I feel like you get a lot of mix of like touring musicians, but then also like local ones too, which is super cool. Kind of like Canopy Club too. So I want to know what your opinions are on, because obviously you released like a good amount of singles before you released the EP. Do you kind of have a strategy in terms of, okay, like 4 singles and then we're doing a project, or do you just kind of play it by ear?
Play it by ear for sure. I would say like actually my 2 EPs I just released 1 single for it, and I did notice that like releasing a single or 2 before you release a full project does like actually like really help it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think definitely like it's a good idea for people that like want to really get it out there to like just put out a single or 2, kind of reel people in, and
Right.
then see like how they feel about it
Yeah.
before you dump the whole thing onto them.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because also too, it's like you kind of want to get people excited and
Yeah.
hype them up for it too.
Keep
So
them-
that
yeah.
makes total sense. All right, so we are at Canopy Club tonight, and I want to know what you are most excited for this performance tonight. We can go down the line if you want.
I'm excited for us to like really.
Not to put you on the spot.
No. I definitely have a valid answer. I'm excited for us to like actually be able to like play as a full band.
Yeah.
Like there's been like a lot of like rehearsals, a lot of talks, a lot of like practicing and stuff that we've been doing, and it's like nice to be able to like express ourselves through that, and like
Right.
especially just like do it as like a team.
Yeah, this was months in making for sure. Like
Yeah.
just talking, finally getting rehearsals, and finally making the drive out this morning and making it here. It's definitely like getting that excitement right now. Where it's like, oh yeah, we're about to all play together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
excited.
Yeah, I mean, I just love playing with these guys, and especially these songs are great. So just be up there with that kind of energy on stage and just like have fun and get to share it with everyone.
Well,
Totally.
awesome! Congratulations, guys! I hope you enjoy your performance and your time in Champaign, and you'll have to come back and really immerse yourself in the local scene, play some house shows, stuff like that as well. But enjoy your time at Canopy Club. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
J.Y.N, and this has been Music Mukbang. Thank you.
Thank you.